Hello, brothers and sisters. Picking up from where we left off due to the interruption. I apologize for that. But here we go. I believe I left off where those insecure people that your light triggers the demons within them, failing to realize what you have been through that led to you acquiring that level of peace and balance that you have within yourself. And I know your journey has been both a burden and a gift by being the light that you are. Why do I say a burden? Having such a light of joy, a light of peace, a light of happiness, harmony, abundance, faith. Having such a light, again, it triggers the demons that are within people. And when we say demons, I'm simply referring to the fact that what you are, what you represent, what you stand for, these individuals do not have that which you are within them. It becomes a burden because rather than them sitting with themselves and going through the process of self-reflection, going through the process of facing their shadows, in order that they may heal the wounds that led to them convincing themselves that that which you are is missing within them, they project their insecurities and shortcomings upon you. In many forms, they do this. As I was speaking in part one of the video, one form is the psychic attacks. If you don't know what that is, do some research on what psychic attack is and how to protect yourself from psychic attacks. Emotional attacks, mental attacks, spiritual attacks, all these projections, they send your way. And for what? Because you have something that they don't have, or they have convinced themselves that they do not have. Because in truth, you are aware that that which they are lacking, they have convinced themselves that they are lacking, they have within them. But to acquire that, they must face the shadow. They must go through hell in order to arrive in heaven. And because it's such a challenging thing to do, to literally face your shadow, many people, they don't do it. They want to reap the rewards without putting in the work. They want to shine, they want to be authentic without taking the time to get to know who they are. How can you express something that you do not know? They want balance when they are overfilled with unbalance. They want peace when they are consumed by chaos. They want happiness when they are surrounded with nothing but happiness, but unhappiness. It can be bothersome. It can be a burden to again be walking about the world, this reality, walking about the environment. Again, as I said in part one, minding your business. You're not doing anything to cause any harm in any way, shape, or form to anyone. Just simply living your life authentically to yourself, to the blueprint that you feel the divine have laid out for you. But by doing this harmless act, you attract so much negativity. You attract so much narcissists. You attract so much unnecessary headache simply because these people are unhappy with themselves and with the lives that they are living. Why should you have peace when I don't have peace? So because you have peace and I don't have peace, I'm going to come and disturb your peace. Why should you have happiness when I don't have happiness? You know what? I'm going to do things, say things, act immorally just to try to affect your happiness. Foolish. I know it's childish. It is childish. But yet, this is what you put up with daily. And now we go from how it is a burden to now how it is a gift. See, your light, the benefit of your light is this. Because of who you are, you're easily able to simply see what is true and what is lie. What is fake, what is real. What is authentic, what is inauthentic. This is what the gift, this is the gift that comes with your light. And unfortunately, being that we live in a world that is consumed with so much negativity, you find yourself being alone. Because again, you see the truth, and you seeing the truth, you're not going to entertain lies. If you are entertaining lies, then I don't know what to say about that, bro. If you could see the truth that lies before you, if you're on my frequency and you're the type that your light triggers the demons within others, and you could see who is being triggered and yet you still choose to entertain it, I don't know what to say about that. But if you're the type that don't entertain it, then most of the time you're alone, because again, you know this motherfucker right here is bullshit. You know this motherfucker right here got on a mask that's trying to cozy up to you because they're trying to get something out of you. You know this motherfucker right here, they're inauthentic. They're talking that talk, but they ain't about that life. They ain't walking that walk. This motherfucker right here, he bark, but he ain't got no bite. So if you know this, and because your peace, your balance, your harmony is important to you, living a honest and authentic life is important to you, you don't entertain foolishness. You distance yourself from foolishness. And so now, brothers and sisters, by you utilizing your gift to now see the truth and distance yourself from the lies, you walk this world constantly entering into relationships, and then once you see the mask fall off of the faces of people who was putting on this facade, or once your light triggers their demons and you now begin to see the truth of their colors, you have had many relationships that you have had to walk away from. Again, not because you have any issues with these people, not because you cannot maintain a functional relationship. It's just you know your worth. You know what you're deserving of. You know that lies and inauthentic behaviors, manipulative tactics, you know it is beneath you, and anybody who move in those vibrations has no right to be around you. So you cut off people left and right. It hurts you. Now, what people fail to realize is painful, because you met somebody, their facade that they had, that they introduced to you. I came across this gentleman. He referred to people's mask and their facade. He called them their representative, because when you first meet people, he said, when you first meet people, they send their representative out. Everything that they are not, or I should say, every parts of themselves they try to hide, they leave that motherfucker behind. Everything that they want to look good is their representative. They come through and you deal with their representative. Now, your light, if it's as bright, as time goes on, you start to see that you're dealing with a representative. You start to see that you're dealing with a mask. You start to see that you're dealing with a facade, a manipulator, a liar, a person who likes to play mind games, a narcissist. And you already know the whole gaslighting tactics that they use. You peep the game and you realize, I didn't play this game before. And yeah, when I was dealing with your representative, when I was dealing with your mask, yeah, we laughed. It was cool. But now that I know the truth of your character, I can't fuck with it no more. So you end the relationship and you keep it moving. I say all that, brothers and sisters, to say this right here. This is the prime message right here that sparked up this whole conversation that we're having. It says here, there is something very special about the kind of person who would actively dislike someone just because they are happy and content with life, living their life in such a way that it's not causing harm to nobody, being off-put by a person. Genuine authenticity is, in my opinion, a very weird trait, and is a personality disorder that you sick motherfuckers should reevaluate about yourself. Why do I say sick? Sick because, brothers and sisters, these motherfuckers that sit here and get mad at you just because you're happy, that's an illness. Motherfuckers that's literally upset because you have found inner peace. You sick and you weird as fuck. Going out of your way to disturb somebody who is doing nothing to cause you harm. Can you not call that an illness? I mean, on some real shit, there's something very special about the kind of person who will actively dislike someone just because they are happy and content with their life. True or false, brothers and sisters? If this message resonated with you, have you not come across people who are in a far better position than you? And when I say far better, I mean materially. These motherfuckers, they got the things that you ain't got. They got the so-called lavish house. They got their family. They got their cars. They got their friends. They got all of this shit that you would think would bring them happiness, right? Right. And you sitting there, you ain't got none of that shit. But yet, these motherfuckers, they got a problem with you. You ain't got none of this shit that these motherfuckers have considered to be valuable, of importance. You ain't got that. In fact, truth be told, you ain't even focus on shit like that, because to a certain degree it's irrelevant to you, because material things don't make anybody. These motherfuckers that have convinced themselves, that material things makes you important, you go around them having absolutely nothing, and in your presence they feel insignificant. And again, rather than sitting with themselves and doing a little self-reflection, they project hatred, envy, jealousies, insecurities upon you. Your light, both a burden and a curse. Oh, excuse me, both a burden and a gift. A gift and a curse. Why? Why? I like to understand things. And though I allow my consciousness to go through damn near every dimension of consciousness there is, but there are some places where I just said, yeah, I'm not going to allow my consciousness to go there. And part of that there is me looking at somebody who is genuinely content with themselves, genuinely content with the life that they have, even though from the outside looking in, it's not lavish, it's not all that, but this person, no matter where they find themselves, they are happy. They could be in the most expensive house, they're happy. They could leave that house and go live in the most horrific slums and still be happy. Because their joy is simply in being able to experience life. And me allow my consciousness to have a problem with that individual. See, I can't go that low. I cannot go that low. Because it is an illness. Something will have to be wrong with my perception on life for me to hate on the individual because they're happy. And you watching this video right now, you will probably be considered a black sheep in your family. You will be considered an outcast within society. You will be considered a rebel without a cause because, again, you don't give a fuck about society and what they got going on. The external world does not move you. The internal world does. Those who move in the external, no, those who are moved by the external world cannot understand you. Because again, outside guides you, inside guides me. So how can you understand me? So because you, if you're like me that are watching this, have taken the time to work on yourself, have taken the time to face your shadow and accept your strength and your weaknesses, and no longer allowing yourself to be driven by the acceptance of others, the approval of others, no longer allowing yourself to be that naive. Now those who move in that way, where they seek approval, they seek acceptance, now have a problem with you. hello, now have a problem with you. You want to live your life out of their way. And you go out of your way to leave them alone in their chaos, in their fear, in their delusion. You want to help them, but again, they are not in a position to receive any help, because them receiving help from you is almost like it's an insult to them. Why should I listen to you? I know you're in a position to help me get my life on a far better track, but I ain't gonna listen to you. I'm gonna project my insecurities on you, hoping that you would take upon my insecurities and go fix it for me. We don't do that shit over here, man. These demons that you trigger within these people, it is time that you accept and realize this. People's projections and insecurities ain't got shit to do with you. Your light, it will forever continue to trigger the demon within people, and it's okay. Be happy about that. Accept that. Embrace it. That is your gift that the divine has given you. Because when you trigger these people, what they should be doing is looking at themselves and asking themselves, what is it about this person that is triggering me, and why is it triggering me? Because they are doing absolutely nothing to me. They are causing me no harm. So why am I feeling triggered? And by sitting with that question, they arrive at an answer. And arriving at the answer, you now begin to work on yourself and fix that problem. Because this is what people within the reality, when they trigger you, this is what they're doing for you. They're giving you a gift. They're giving you a level of healing that if you're ready for, you can embark on and heal that wound that has long plagued your life. Why would that person living their best life, their peaceful life, their happy life, why would they not causing any physical harm to me, any emotional harm to me? Why they not even paying me any mind? They ain't even paying me no attention. Why them doing that is affecting me? Why do I have a problem with that? That is the question you sit with. But again, because your bitch ass is weak, your bitch ass is insecure, your bitch ass runs off of pure ego. The external guides you. Material things is where what you feel as though is important. If you ain't got more than me, I cannot listen to you. I cannot respect you. If you ain't got X, Y, and Z, your words falls on deaf ears. This is the reason why you're in the very position you're in right now. Why you will hate on somebody who don't give not one shit about you. This is why. Because you don't want to put in the work. You don't want that healing. Niggas trigger you? Okay, cool. Thank you for triggering me. Now let me go sit with myself and discover why is it that I felt the way that I felt towards somebody who did nothing to me, but simply show me an expression of myself that I could strive to be. Or I should say, show me an expression of myself that is within me that I can now strive to bring out. You don't seek approval from people? Okay, clearly there is something within me that also don't need approval. So I think I should strive to bring that out. You don't need to be accepted by people? Fuck them. I need to put in the work to figure out how to be like that individual. That individual has inspired me to now go work on myself. But again, you don't take it this way. You take it as an insult. How dare you ignore me? How dare you? When I came across those words right there, People can be disturbed by your light triggers people demons. It really is sad. I cannot wrap my head around that. I cannot put my consciousness in that because it does not make sense to me. It does not make no sense to me. There's nothing that can possess me to be around somebody who is happy and I get mad at them because they're happy. Somebody who is in love with themselves and I get mad at them because they're in love with themselves. Somebody who is genuinely expressing themselves, authentically being their true self, and I feel any kind of way about that. It does not make sense to me. It does not compute. In fact, it's aggravating me that a person will actually do that. And it's even more worse when you're on the receiving end of that stupid ass shit that these motherfuckers do out here. That nigga, he dressed clean. That nigga, he looked good. That nigga, he smelled good. Everything about that nigga is just fresh. And I'm mad at you for that? Clearly, you love and value yourself in such a way that you carry yourself in that manner. You're doing it for you. When you leave the house, you want to look good for you. When you leave the house, you want to feel good. Because when you feel good, you give off positive energy. When you look good, you feel good. When you feel good, you share that energy with others. Ultimately, you ain't doing it for nobody. Because again, you don't give a fuck. You're doing this because you like the way you look. You like the way you feel. You like taking care of yourself. But again, you valuing yourself, you taking care of yourself, even such a thing as going to the gym, that triggers some people. You going to the gym to work out because you want to be in shape, because you want your body healthy. 50 years down the line, 60, 80, 100 years down the line, you want your body to still be able to do what it was created to do, which is move. So in the younger state, you exercise it, you take care of it. And it bothers some people. You eating healthy, it triggers some people. You refusing to just go around and fucking just any pussy that throws itself at you, it bothers some people. Because you understand sexual exchange of energy is something that is very, very powerful, and it's not to be played with. You lay with somebody, you taking upon yourself their spirit and every other spirit that they themselves have taken upon themselves based on the amount of partner they have been with. So you keep your dick in your pants. But when you move like this, it triggers people. A woman comes to you, throws herself at you. You ain't interested. She get mad at you. I mean, the foolishness is profound in this world. The childishness is so profound because people don't know themselves. And they don't understand shit. And they don't want to put in the time and effort and energy to understand shit. So you put up with their shit. No, it's not you put up with their shit. It's like you just keep moving away from their shit because, again, I ain't putting up with that, bitch. That's your shit. That's your dirt. That's your stink. That's your ugliness. That's your shadow. Take it with you because you damn sure ain't leaving it with me. You ain't healed. Why the fuck would I want some sick pussy? You ain't healed. Why would I want some sick motherfucker around me? Secretly in competition with me. Now I'm saying me because, again, I speak from my perspective, but if you're in agreement with this message, chances are you are experiencing the same shit. You've come across friends who are in competition with you, and you don't even know there's a competition. You're too busy focusing on you. I'm going to give you the secret to life real quick. Focus on you. Be you. There's only one you in the fucking world. Why are you trying to be somebody else? You in this world competing with other people, and when you compete with other people, there's traffic in that lane. When you just with yourself, competing with yourself to outdo yourself from yesterday, nigga, ain't no competition, ain't no traffic. It's just you versus you. What the fuck I do yesterday that I fucked up, and how am I going to fix it and correct it today? Make yourself your priority. Love yourself, value yourself, respect yourself, discipline yourself. Protect yourself. Protect your energy. In protecting your energy, it requires you to cut some motherfuckers off. It's going to require you to keep cutting a bunch of people off until you get around a group of people who don't have no mask on, who don't have no facade going, who are not pretending simply because they want the approval of somebody or they want to be accepted. People who you're not dealing with their representative. You're a motherfucking fool in this world if you're moving around and literally upset with other people because you ain't got what they got. You've heard the saying, the grass is greener on the other side. No, bitch. The grass is not greener on the other side. You will never know that until you go through it. There's a lot of people I know I have dealt with. Motherfuckers out there and they thought, that nigga ain't shit. That nigga, he pretending just like the rest of us. That nigga got on a mask. He playing games. Until they realize, nah, that nigga, he about what he talk about. That nigga stand on what the fuck he saying. If he say he gonna do, he gonna do. The words that are coming out of his mouth, when he say it, he's doing it. When they found out that, oh shit, so he was the motherfucking truth. By then it's too late. The grass wasn't greener on the other side because you thinking he bullshitting just like us. I'ma toy with him. I'ma fuck with him. And then when the nigga realizes, oh, so you think I'm a game. Well, bitch, I ain't no game and I ain't to be played with. So he move on. He could put you in your place. He could literally pull your card. Literally fuck you up. But that brings on other unnecessary stress. So rather than getting his hands dirty, he just say, I'm going to just move away from you because you ain't worth my shadow. So I'm going to walk away. And once he walk away, and now you thinking the grass that was greener on the other side, you now go deal with other motherfuckers and you find